Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Haley. I'm a cashless budgeter and caregiver who's working in a relationship with finances as well as financial freedom. And I want to welcome you guys to week 3 of Debtober. So for the month of October, if you've been following this series, I have been focusing primarily on debt payoff, and or making progress in my debt payoff journey in order to celebrate my 1-year anniversary here on YouTube, as well as become more focused on my debt so that I can free up more of my finances to go elsewhere. So for today, we are going to go through both my full and part-time budget and or what came in from my checks. Now, I hope you guys can hear me. It is pouring outside and there's football games going on. So I am kind of working through the noise at this moment. So if you hear in the background, I apologize. And I also try to turn on extra lighting because it was really, really dark in here. So I hope all of this works out and it comes out well and I don't have to redo it. Alright, so let's start with this month. Also, kind of in the festivities of fall, I got these really beautiful colored pens, and they're in my Dollar Tree for like $1.75. So this is one of them, it's orange, and it actually turned out better than I thought it would. I thought it would be too bright, but apparently it works. So if you guys can't see it, let me know, but it seems fine on my end. Anyway, moving right along. So for this month, in this check, my actual brought in was $1,012.40. Alright, and I will come back to student loans in a minute. I'm just going to skip down here to bills. My tithes came in $6 over what I really budget from my budget number, so that was $196. That went through for my tithes. Let's see, household has gone up. Again, this was the increase in the electric bill. So I just went ahead and accounted for that, and more than likely this will be the permanent number in my budget. So that would be $395 from now on. Personal insurance came out as budgeted. So that'll be $35 each. And I'm also really sorry for my desk being so shaky today. I keep knocking my desk, which knocks the stand, and then everything starts shaking. Sorry about that, guys. I tried to fix my stand and then had a whole entire coughing fit right after. So anyways, I hope it stopped shaking at the moment. I'm afraid to get up to see because then I'll probably knock the table again. Anyway, I'm just going to work with it. There were no other extra bills that came out of here, so let's skip that line for now. My variable spending, I will update all of my savings when they come out of my account. Most of the withdrawals are at the end of the month, so that'll be in my second budget with me. The only one I can update right now is intentional spending, which I did keep $51 from this check to go in there. Most of this intentional spending is for things like gas or to cover laundry and whatnot, things of that nature. So it's not it's money I've spent, but nothing that I like go on a shopping spree for or anything. So anyway, moving back up to student loans. After I've paid my set bills and my intentional spending, I came back here and basically put the rest of my check towards my Stafford 1 loan. So from this check, exactly $300 and 1 cent went to my student loans. I'll probably explain this in a debt update when it happens this month. But yeah, I spent exactly $300 and 1 cent to cover interest and then have a full number go towards the principal of my loan from here. So I can tell you by doing that math and working that out, I had a total of $930 for my principal for my Stafford loan. after paying this. And then we're going to move over to part-time to make it a little bit more sense. So I'm not, see, I'm hitting the stand again. Wow. Okay. Sorry guys. I really apologize. So what I decided to do for my part-time was to basically take my check and only take tithes out. After tithes, everything else went to my student loan. So I brought in $519.20, took out $52 for tithes, 10% of this rounded, and then contributions to my Roth 401k comes out before I actually get my check. That was $37.42. So then I had a total of $467.20 to send to my staff loan. And see, I'm not really a big fan of change or sending change, but in this case, and in the spirit of Debtober, I was basically just focusing on sending as much as possible. The cents became irrelevant after that. And honestly, that's all I really ended up doing. Now I am contemplating a major decision that I think about it. Making this $467.20 payment for my student loan. I could technically take funds from my bill buffer to pay off this student loan. Now, my bill buffer, if you guys don't know, is usually my account buffer that you guys see, intermittently in my full-time budget when I put AB or account buffer. That money is basically made, or I save up in a regular checking account, is not in high yield savings at any point in time. Why? Because that's the money I have to where if I need to take from my savings to pay for something or it's an annual expense or whatever, I pay from my account buffer and then use the money I transferred from my high yield savings to my checking to then pay that buffer back. I hope that made sense. And I'm thinking, and I'm doing mental math, I could take, I have two options, basically, what I'm thinking about right now, is I could take the remaining balance I would need, which, I'll say it's like, with that number, maybe $465 and some change. I'm including interest that could collect between 2 days to be paying this. I could take that rounded from my account buffer to add to this payoff number and then just pay it off entirely and then pay my buffer back from my second full-time check. So then instead of having a Stafford payment here, it would be going back to my buffer. Yay. Okay, you know what? I think I'm just going to model what that would look like as I'm thinking actively as I'm talking to you guys. So let's see. I'll put this as possible Stafford payoff. And this is why pen and paper will win me over every single time. Okay, let's see. So post full-time payment, my principal would be $930. Doing some quick math on this amount gains maybe rounding 17 cents of interest a day. So by the time I make this payment, sorry guys, I keep knocking stuff. Make this payment, it may be $1. So I'll say add interest. My total payoff, it could be like $931. Again, rounding up because change. Excuse me. So if I only have $931 to pay off, with this 467 and 20, that will put me around 462 and change, 463. Hold on. Okay, yeah, I have to double check my math. That would put me at 462 and change, which I'm rounding up to 463. So I'll put post part-time will put me at $460 for a payoff. And I know my writing is ugly right now because I'm writing fast and thinking. Or I could just take this from my account buffer and round up just in case. I know it's only collecting a couple of cents a day, but it also will take time to process that. And then by the time I get like a paid in full letter or something, I don't want any interest to be left. Or they say I have like 2 cents to pay off before it's paid in full or whatever. Something stupid. And any overage would technically roll over to my Direct Plus loan anyway, because I still have that loan with them. So, So you know what? I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take this number, or close enough. You know, I might just go ahead and round this up to 470. Again, to account for any interest that may accrue in between their processing times. And I just looked, and Monday the 13th is considered federal holiday for Columbus Day, so nothing is getting processed that day either. Oh, and if you guys don't know, it's today that I am filming this is the 10th, Friday, October 10th. So any payment I make for my part-time, that's the thing that kind of hurts. It'll be on a Friday, so even though I paid it on a Friday, it won't really process till Monday, and then I have to wait for them to back pay those days, basically, and adjust my account, and then have a solid number. So I know even with the payoff amount, it's going to take them some time to process that, especially with Monday being a holiday. So I probably won't even have a fully updated account until sometime next week, Thursday or Friday or something. So, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to take this 470 down here from my buffer, plus this 467. So I'll put as a final payoff amount I will put as $937.20. So at least that $7.20 can cover a couple days, at least 5, give or take. And I know they're going to basically backtrack to the 10th today anyway. So any extra, like I said, it's going to go to my Direct Plus loan. So what that split's going to look like, I don't know 100%. I have to wait on that. But yeah, guys. Wow. Technically, as of today, October 10th, my Stafford 1 loan is paid off. I am going to wait to get that paid off letter, and then I'll update my tracker and everything with you guys and see what my next plans are for tackling my Direct Plus loan. Sorry, just keep moving everything. Yeah. I'm really happy, but I'm also in kind of a state of shock at this point. I guess it doesn't, I know it's happening, but it doesn't feel real. And it probably won't feel real until I get that paid off or paid in full letter in a couple of days, hopefully by next week. But yeah, you guys, we did it. We crushed it. We got it done. That's, wow, okay. I'm going to go and take a minute to process all of this happening. Make this payment. Go ahead and make this payment before 5 o'clock today so that it counts today. And yeah, basically make the payment, and I'll be going to my part-time job for work. So, wow, this is exciting. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna cut it while it's getting good and wait for this payoff letter to come, and I will update you guys in my next video about what next steps are, because I was not expecting to do this early, to be completely honest with you. Yeah. Okay. I thank you guys for watching. If you made this far in the video and want to be involved in Debtober's giveaway, the word to use in your comment section, or in the comment section, is candy. You can say your favorite type of candy, what candy you plan on buying, if you even go trick-or-treating, what candy do you look for, are you buying candy afterwards? I'm more of a post-sale type girl, so I go to the store after Halloween's over, to basically buy up all the candy I want. So feel free to answer and or enter in the comments down below. Also, gonna do this before I forget, I made a community post about it, but I am also looking for different fall themed freebies to include in a binder that'll be coming in November. I have received some notifications and or recommendations. I really appreciate those. You can either comment your Ko-Fi shop or say you have some in your Ko-Fi shop. Sometimes YouTube removes any comments with links in them. I can still see them, they just won't show up as a public comment, I think. I can see it, but you guys can't. So if you're afraid of that happening, feel free to just, put in your comment that you have a Ko-Fi shop or have some freebie challenges in your Ko-Fi shop, and I will definitely check them out. Or if you know anyone else, channel I've never probably even heard of, who has fall freebies, I'll be happy to check them out as well. And I'll make sure to link all the accounts that I've either seen or will be using in November. I'll leave those in the description when I introduce the binder in November. But right now in October, I'm just spending time trying to collect as many freebies as possible, because if this binder works like I wanted to, it's going to take a while. So I thank you guys for watching. And again, I want to include as many friends as possible, so please feel free to leave them down in the comment section below too. I hope you guys have a blessed day, night, evening, wherever you are in the world, and I hope to catch you guys next time for my official debt update and future planning. All right? Have a great day, you guys.